is up, boys and girls? It's Mumbles, and we out here getting more videos uploading tonight. I know that doesn't correspond to this video at all, but I have been lacking on the uploads. I'll tell you that 100%. And I have been super busy in the garage. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been really focusing on that aspect of it. I'm trying to grow that business as well as trying to grow the YouTube channel, which growing the YouTube channel really isn't doing too hot when I'm not uploading. So I'm gonna grind on that a lot more. He's looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm talking to myself, and I talk with my hands a lot. I'm not even capping. And so he's like, what the fuck going on, man? But yeah, we up here in the Lansing lot. We back at it. And I got a lot of footage I haven't posted. I got a little bit of dirt bike footage, I ain't gonna lie, and then I overjumped the jump, broke my mount, and all that broke right off. I haven't rode since, I ain't even lying. I've been really lacking on that. I need to be working on my endurance. I got points races coming up, and that's gonna be rough. I'm not even gonna lie. Lately it's been like I ride 3 laps hard and then I like cruise the last lap and try and conserve energy because I've been racing 2 classes. It's definitely a lot harder than street bike riding. I get real tired doing that, I'm not gonna lie. I went to Indy recently with my little brother, a couple guys from Flint, which was really cool. I got a lot of footage from that. We went to a night ride, I think it was Friday night, and then we went to a day ride, which was Saturday. That was their Indy's like first ride. We ended up at HPI Bike Night, which they weren't too happy about us coming over there. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they like the non-professional stunt riders riding through doing rolling burnouts and everything, even though they were doing the exact same stuff, which whatever, understandable. You know, everyone's got to respect everybody in this sport. One thing I haven't done for everyone on YouTube, and I'm probably gonna post this on Instagram too, but I haven't given you like a rundown of the old girl. And I say old girl, it does have 44,931 miles on it right now, which up until last year I finally changed the gearing. I was on stock gearing, so that's pretty close to what I'm actually at. I learned how to wheelie and everything on stock gearing, sit down wheelies. It was all bone stock. I used to have to redline this thing in 2nd gear, which 3rd gear just kind of unlocks the down 1 up 2 mod that I did. It's a quick excel kit from Vortex. That was that unlocked my 3rd gear wheelies and sit downs. I just couldn't do it before. I wasn't skilled enough to like bounce it at all. And so once I got the quick excel kit, I was able to do 3rd gear clutch ups. But I slowly built my bike as I progressed in the stunt riding, you know, scene, which was super awesome. Because I never really outperformed my bike. I learned with just the cages on. I was doing sit downs, and from there I went just my brake lines because I boiled my brakes and that scared me. And so I was running OEM rotor with OEM caliper on a stock brake line, and then I swapped that over. I did the steel braided lines. I got the core moto lines all the way through now. Speaking of lines, let's just start with the handbrake. It's the Brembo 16x18 with the core moto line back here to a 2009 through 12 front brake caliper. I have the Hayabusa, I'm pretty sure it's a 270 rotor. I'm talking to myself. So I built that once I was able to do like my scrapes and everything like that, and I learned all my tricks sit down mostly before I even got a 12 bar or the handbrake setup. But I did get the 12 bar and I was able to scrape that. I was scraping stock brake light, which that was freaking awesome to be a part of and do that before I got the 12 bar. We got to wave at the fellow truckers, you know. He wasn't paying attention. He's texting and driving, you know, that's standard. He was watching for a little bit. He was cool. And so after I got my 12 bar, that's when I did my whole handbrake setup, and I was like learning knee knockers, and I was like, I'm gonna learn seat standers. I need the handbrake for that. So once I progressed and got all that, I finally was complete. I got the sub frame the same time I got the sub cage, which is this guy here. It's dirty right now. Woo! But it was really cool because I've just built my bike as I've progressed on it. No way. You think that's backed out? No. Dude, I swear that looks like it's been backed out. Maybe not. The more you know. And so, yeah, that's been cool. I did all my aesthetic mods and everything before I could wheelie. So the headlights are BK Moto. I got Monster fairing kit on this. I got the Bella built rear seat. I wrapped this with the black camo, the same thing I wrapped my windscreen. So that was a really cool mod to do. Damn! Calm down. Oh, he's gonna run my ass over. Doubt it. Hopefully. So I think that's mostly it. I got a bunch of power mods. Like underneath this bike, it's a full Fastboy bike. I have the Canon Racetech air filter. I have a power commander. Got a full M4 system, headers all the way back, of course. I have the auto tune from Power Commander as well, which is, it tunes up to what percentage air fuel ratio. So I got that. I'm still running my stock stay. Speaking of, I went down on this thing twice now. I want to say maybe it was twice. Went down twice on it. Thankfully, she's still together. I've been thinking about getting a stay, but my little brother has a stay, and like it makes the fitment all weird up front. So I don't know about that. We'll see. But other than that, the crash cage is Impact Tech. Subframe is SS Moto. Sub cage is SS Moto. My handbrake bracket is NDC. I just like the look of them. They're really expensive, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people don't run them for that reason, but like, it just looks too clean. I love it. It's just mwah, you know. I got TST built-in brake light, I guess. I don't know. She does the strobies, you know. It's cool. But I built my radiator custom built, so I just welded my own little tabs on there, and I did the R6 fan mod. So I have dual R6 fans. I ran one to my OEM plug, so it still turns on at the OEM temperature of 213. I had the one ran to a switch over here, so that's what this switch is. So I got that fan ran to that switch, and I have a little light up here. Boop. That's like, boom. I'm a ZX10, fool. Other than that, that's about it. It's pretty stock other than that. I got new wheels on it. I jumped a couple curbs, one in Grand Rapids, one in Chicago. But we ain't gonna talk about that. SS Moto clip-ons, of course. I'm running OEM grips. These are 44,000 miles, 45,000 miles on these grips. So RSE clutch lever, OEM cables up top. Other than that, I think that's it. I don't know. I do got a little cover here because I scratched up my stator cover when I went down the first time, and we're just gonna cover it up, you know, with a Band-Aid. It's a forever Band-Aid. But she does have 45,000 miles. Had the valves adjusted at like 30,000 miles. They were pretty out of whack, so I'm glad I had them done. That was before I could do them myself, so I had to pay someone to do them. But I just checked them last winter. Only one was out. I do have the clean air mod too. I don't know if any of you guys know about that. I don't know what kind of demographic is watching my videos. But so yeah, I think that's just the full rundown of what I've done. I got my own little custom fabrication here. It's not really fabrication, it's more flattened out the OEM bracket and rebent my own bend into it and had it powder coated white with my mirror block off plates when I redid my cage. I trimmed up my little pieces down here underneath the bike the little black pieces that go up in there. Most of the people don't even run them, but with all the electricals and stuff I have due to my aftermarket headlights, I wanted to keep it. Keeps all the water and stuff out of there, or most of the water and stuff out of there. I do get caught in the rain. This old girl does get rained on. I ain't capping. I ride in the rain every once in a while. It's fun. And so I trimmed them up so that way I got more vision when I'm doing my sit downs and stuff. I don't know. We'll give you guys a little preview. Speaking of, turn the fan on. Boy, it's getting cold. Hot. Rip. So yeah, when I'm doing sit downs, I turn the bars so I can actually see like where I'm going. A little trick for everyone learning how to do sit downs and stuff. If you look past your fork, I don't know how well everyone can see it. When you see the horizon and where you want to go, that's balance point. Like you go past that and you're slowing down. And if you can't see horizon yet, you're not at balance point. And that's true for most bikes. So cutting that off and giving me an extra like inch and a half of room to see is huge when you're running these full fairing bikes. And I love my full fairing bike, I'm not gonna lie. Time for me to shut up, I guess. I ain't got much left. Hope y'all enjoy the little bit of riding that we're gonna get going on here. Do a little foot drag, maybe? Oh yeah. Drag out a little scrape. Second time I crashed it was 2 years ago. I don't think I crashed. Maybe it was last year. Yeah, I think it was early last year. But I was trying to drag out scrapes as long as I could, and I was showing off a little bit. I had some guys watching, and I was in second gear. Maybe I was in third, but I came into it. And I was dragging, and right as I tapped my brake, I was going so slow. And the stock gearing did not help anything in this situation. I understand. But as soon as I tapped that brake, it stalled, came down. I did a front flip over the bike. Bike landed on two wheels and like just tipped over. Nothing bad happened. And I still have my tip over sensor, unlike most stunt guys, because for me, it's dumb. Like, if the tip over sensor is shutting your fucking bike off, you probably shouldn't be doing that stunt. Like, on a real note, any stunt you're doing where the tip over sensor is shutting your bike off, you're fucking mad. You're crazy. And so I keep my tip over sensor. Plus I ride streets a lot, so I don't want my bike tipping over and bouncing back up and bump starting itself, this, that, and the other. Like, once the tip over sensor shuts off the bike, you have to turn the key off and turn it back on for it to restart. I don't know if that's twice. I don't know. I think you do it twice. You think I would know, being a old mechanic. He's working on that sit-down game still. He's trying to get scrapes down, and this lot is really awesome because it's crowned a lot. I mean, it's more than a normal lot would be. It's crowned more like a road. And so, like, this is really good, like, practice for scraping on the streets, this, that, and the other. It's really sticky, too, which is awesome. Out here doing stoppies when it was wet one day. Ooh. Kept going a little too far. That was dog water. Fun fact. You right here, this little red light that keeps flashing, that's a no oil light or like a dead battery light. So your check engine light kind of doubles as a dead battery light. And if you like start your bike, it cranks over real slow and your check engine light comes on, just let the bike run for a little bit. And after it's running for a little bit, that engine light will shut off. Once you turn the bike off, turn it back on, charges the battery just enough, you know, turns it right off. But there's also like another battery light over here for like when your battery itself is just taking a poop, you know, just taking a dish right on you while you're riding. And I've had that happen. I had a battery in this bike for like 2 years, 3 years, I think. And living in Michigan is really hard on batteries because I don't take it out and put it on the tender. I ain't lying. I start it like twice a week. Is that bad for the battery? Yes. Do I care? No, because the second battery that I put in this thing lasted like 2 years, 3 years. One of those years I was in Florida. So, I don't know. I could give it that. That's why it lasted so long. But, oh, I need fuel. Whoop. But, yeah, so like every once in a while that light will come on and there'll either be a battery or a oil little gauge next to it. I don't know, icon, emoji. And that'll kind of tell you what's going on. So even more than your check engine light, your little red light there will tell you what's going on as well. Yeah, fun facts, you know.